My name's Konsaki. I do VRChat trolling, and pretty much how I got into it is I don't know if you know who Rackrave is, but
I do. He's next.
oh yeah, okay. For um for a point in time, like I was just kind of watching his Gmod shit, and then he made that one like how to troll video on Gmod, and I was like, well, I like talking shit to people, and I like fucking with people, so like let me give this a try. And if you go on my channel, you can see like I had um two videos pretty much from like 4 months ago that were Gmod based. And then I kind of saw everybody, like your glasses, and then like Eric Block came up into my um radar pretty much, and like started seeing like VR chat being a wave. And I remember that from kind of around the 2016 era, like when that dude James Key was making all the videos, and I was like, oh shit, I know what that game is, and it's literally just talking to people. So it cuts out like all the little weird shit that you got to do in Gary's mod to get like kind of goofy reactions, and I can kind of more just like base that off of how I speak to people or like just interacting with people.
Mm. Would you say that this era of VR chat is almost entirely different than that James Ski era?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like the James Key era was just more or less like stupid little shit post, like goofy ass like Uganda Knuckles fucking bullshit. Now, I swear everybody and their mother is like a fucking like a pedophile pretty much.
I guess we should say, or I should say, we do have a few questions about pedophilia and racism in there. Are you fine with talking about that?
Yeah.
And we also have a few questions about drama in the VR trolling community. Are you fine talking about that?
Um, I wouldn't say yes to that, to be honest. Cause like I kind of want to just stay in my own lane essentially and not really be involved with any of that. You know what I'm saying?
How did you decide on doing your specific style of trolling? Did it evolve naturally, or was it something you kind of planned from the start?
No, I did not plan it whatsoever. So, on my first day, pretty much testing it out, I made a video called "He Cheated on Her," and it was pretty much like this VR couple sitting in the mirror, and they fucking was like going back and forth pretty much, and like the dude sounded like an ultra cheater. So I thought it was really funny and recorded it and started like pretty much instigating a little bit, talking like, ooh, damn, I wouldn't let that slide on some shit like that. So I don't know. I kind of just, I don't really plan, or at least when I started, I didn't necessarily plan too much. But now I'm more looking forward to like more, how would you say, like organized trolling, I guess, or just type of content in general.
Mm. So, what has been your most successful or favorite video, and why do you think that that garnered so much views?
Well, the he cheated on her thing, who doesn't want to see that drama? That's got 56K. So like that shit blew my channel up. And that showed me like, oh damn, this is really possible. So that's definitely my most popping, but I'd say most favorite with like big finger I don't know what you would call them, but like finger wags like on some like I don't really like this, but it was kind of needed to be done. Is all the shit pretty much where I just like expose people for being like a creeper pretty much. Like there was like a one where there was a 30-year-old dating a 15-year-old. There was the whole like KNS situation, Kinksters and Stoners, and I dropped a lot on them pretty much, exposing their owner Akishi for being like a lolly lover, weirdo freak. And yeah, I'd say that then. If I had to like pin it down, I'd say the KNS videos, at least both of them.
So, how do you balance like being entertaining without crossing the line into like harmful trolling and harassment?
Um, like I don't. So like right, my stance on shit like that is like constantly evolving, I guess. Because like before I would make kind of just more crash out type content. Like if I like see you doing something weird, I feel like almost I have like a justification to like shit on you essentially. Not like on some like I'm gonna find you every time, like I'm gonna like constantly pursue you. It's like a one and done kind of thing. So like I don't really go into harassing because I feel like if you need to harass someone, it's like it's a constant thing. Like this is like a multiple situation scenario. But I feel like most of the people I shoot for are like just weirdos.
So is there any moment in your video where you felt like the situation played out perfectly without you even like saying a word, maybe one word?
No, I can't really put a thumb on that, I'm not gonna lie. Because like after I make a video, I kind of just forget about the people.
But what is your creative process like when it comes to editing and choosing which clips to include in your videos?
So I'm pretty much like a goofy when it comes to editing, and I use CapCut. It's like a super basic editing software, but it works for me because I don't really feel like I need to do all this extra shit. I don't know. Like my process, I get on VRChat. I tell a couple people like, hey, can you keep it down? I usually try to start off polite. Usually. Sometimes I'm feeling a little toxic that day. So, you know, I hit them with a like, yo, can you keep it down, please? And then they'll usually tell me, shut the fuck up, mind your business. And then I kind of go from there. And then if it's like a nice crash out, I'll take that. Pretty much make it into a video. If, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of it. Get on, record. If it's crashed out worthy, it's crash out worthy.
What kind of feedback do you get from your audience, and how does that influence the type of content you create?
On it, because for some reason, like, it's like an apparent thing with VRChat that there's like a huge pedophilia problem. So like, you can look at it from just the videos that I upload. It's kind of like, it's went from trolling to like, just the creeps finding me pretty much. And I'm like, what the fuck? So like, it's just slowly evolving into me like becoming like a pred catch channel, I guess.
Yeah, there seems to be some sort of evolution in VRChat where the people that the trollers troll, I suppose, they come to the YouTubers' channels and they start kind of acting insane in the comments, maybe. Have you ever had any of those moments?
Oh, yeah, of course. So, for my most popular video, the chick came into my comment section and was like claiming it was all a bit. So I openly welcomed her to come into my Discord and like, I guess, prove it. But she never followed through on that, so I just assumed she was lying and probably like got caught up in the moment essentially. And I don't know, she was like pissed about it. There was one of my most recent ones. It was a month ago. She was blackout drunk. It's this chick who's like a Scottish lady and she's like 58 or something like that. And I caught her in the drinking game shit. And one of her friends pretty much like hit me up in the comment section and was like, oh, I know her. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Tell her to hit me up on Discord. She hit me up. You know what I'm saying? I guess I like apologized. I told her like, you know what I'm saying? Like the video's going to stay up, but I don't know. Like no hard feelings pretty much. Like I don't have no hard feelings when it comes to like people like that haven't done anything inherently wrong. It was just more like shit talk at that point between me and her. Like she's done nothing wrong. But you know what I'm saying? I hit her up. We patched it up. We're cool. And that kind of goes for anybody. Unless you're like a creep, then you can do something like go to jail.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the trolling aspect of things and ERP in VRChat?
It's a little odd for sure. Like it's a 13+ game, so I don't know why you would do that, but at the end of the day, like, adults are gonna be adults, so like they're gonna want to do adult shit. But at the same time, it's kind of like, if you're not gonna go do it in like a private world with someone that you've like 100% confirmed is an adult, like you've done the whole like verification thing and all that, then I'd say don't do it. But if you have, like, as long as it's in a private world, it's away from any type of kids, like, I don't really care. But like once you start doing it in like public lobbies, like the Just Be Club or something like that, and you're doing it around flimsy verification systems, it's like, it's really weird, and it's downright, like, I wouldn't even say evil, but it's just creepy. But like, I don't know, once like if you know you're doing it around kids, like, why? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, that's something that has never like clicked for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you would think it would be an instant turn off and you would like maybe block them or leave, anything like that. So, what are your thoughts on the role of age regression or these daycare worlds in VRChat? Like, how do you approach all of that?
That's just weird as fuck. Yo, I don't give a fuck. Like, that was like a big thing when it came to the Kingsters and Stoner situation, because the owner was an age regressor, and I was like, well, she's doing like nasty shit that kind of involves like childlike things. Like, I don't know, are you familiar with the KNS situation at all? Well, she put a binky in the pinky is what everybody calls it, and I feel like you can kind of put two and two together on what a binky and a pinky is. Yeah, it's weird, let alone the fact that she has like open porn channels in her Discord, at the time at least, that like you could go hop on a fresh brand new Discord account, not verify a single thing, and see all this porn. The only thing that you would actually need to ID verify for that was like the user shit. Like, so for people that were in the Discord and were like posting their own nudes, I guess, in that channel or channels. So the age regression shit, it's weird. I don't necessarily give a fuck if it's like some form of therapy. It's weird. Like, why do you have to make age regression your whole fucking personality? Like, yeah, okay, if you're doing it in the privacy of your own home and it's like some shit that's actually helping you, not like doing some nasty sexual shit, acting like a child, but like if you're doing like a fucking coloring book or like, I don't know, playing with Legos or some shit, like, I don't know, bro. I don't know the ins and outs of being an age regressor, but like the shit I've seen, it's diabolical. It looks crazy.
Yeah, me in my personal opinion, I think age regression on VRChat is definitely it's not really based off of traumatic things, but more off of a kink type thing. I've even read literature about age regression, right? Themes of it. And it's nothing like what goes on in VRChat. Like, the VRChat kind of sensationalizes it in a sexual way, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, and that's what I got a lot of flack for, pretty much, because I said it was just weird in general, and people were like, no, that's not age regression. Age regression is therapeutic. That's age play. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. It's both weird.
So with VRChat's mix of different people, what's your approach to dealing with more sensitive players?
What do you mean by that?
Like, I suppose I'll just say it. How do you deal with phantom touch players?
Phantom touch? I don't know. I haven't really dealt with any of those people yet. Like, if they had like phantom bro, okay. Yeah, because that shit is so weird, bro. Like, people really get like phantom pregnant or whatever the fuck. That shit is so goofy, bro.
There's an Ergblaw video, I believe it's Ergblaw, or maybe it's a Jumper gaming video, where, yeah, I think the Jumper gaming video, where he enters a world, and there's I think it's a daycare world, and a bunch of people are surrounding a player because apparently she got stabbed, but like in VR chat.
Yeah, she got phantom shanked.
Yeah, it was very
Now, me being a troller, let me catch someone like that in VR, and I'm in VR, I'm punching you, bro. I'm delivering the meanest fucking, like, 5-finger death punch to wherever fucking part that is. And, I don't know, when I troll people, I usually don't, like, shoot for anybody that's, like, a child. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't fly that way. Like, if I see that you're, like, audibly a child, I ignore you. You get blocked.
That was my next question, actually. How do you navigate with the presence of both minors and adults in VR chat, and what do you think like the age restrictions should be about all that?
18. Immediately. I know it won't happen, but as long as you're like a legal adult, you're free game. Like, I don't care. At that point, you're getting cooked. But like, if you're like a jit being like minor, I guess, or child or teen or whatever the fuck, just anybody below the age of 18. Yeah, I don't really target you purposefully. I don't target you. No.
So how have you ever ran into issues where a player, you're trolling this player and they just go too far, right? They take it too seriously. They start threatening you, maybe.
I don't really care. Threaten me as you will. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you gonna do to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, I take precautions for my own safety, obviously, and I like never go out of my way to like. Once again, unless you're like a pedophile or some crazy shit, I would never go out of my way to dox someone, or none of that shit. But whatever they feel like they have to do to me, I mean, do how you feel. Like, I'm not losing sleep over it.
So virtual bars are very popular in VR chat. What do you think makes them like a really good setting for trolling content?
I mean, you occasionally find the drunk person. Me, I kind of go for a different angle sometimes. Like, obviously, I'll go for my drunk people every now and then if I can find someone like that. But usually, I like to just ask them like, "Yo, so I'll tell them my age." I never give them my real age, by the way. I'm 24, but I always give them fucking Jack Harlow's birthday or whatever the fuck. Cause I don't want any of those weird motherfuckers like knowing my personal information. I don't know, they're weird. I literally just used 1998. It's like March 26 or something like that. No, I don't even know. I don't remember, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I just started using random fucking birthdays at this point.
So Jack Harlow's birthday is on March 13th.
Oh, okay, that's what it is. March 13th, and then I'll be like, I'm 26. But yeah, I don't know. Like, so I'll pretty much give them my fucking fake birthday or whatever, and then I'll be like, yo, so how old do you actually have to be in this bar? And like, depending on what they say is how I would proceed, I guess. So if they said, oh, it's an 18 plus, I'd be like, all right. Like, knowing damn well that I pretty much just did what any little kid can do. So like, I don't know. Their systems are very flimsy. It's like a plastic ruler. If you just like bend it far enough, it's gonna snap. And then it's like on the other foot, if it's a 13 plus bar, now I'm not even going into troll mode. Now I'm going into investigating mode. So like, I'm just gonna like observe pretty much and just like really take in the vibe, take in how people are talking, moving, acting, and just see how this bar represents itself when there are minors present. Because like Sune's bar and hangout, I've seen, it's like my first day going in there, it's weird too because it's a 13 plus bar with an 18 plus section in the back. But even if you tell them that you're 18, you can't go into the 18 section. So like they're putting like adults pretty much around kids. Weird. Then it's like I go in there immediately, they start like there's some dude right at the door just talking about like fingering some pussy and shit like that, and like the owner's friend of the bar was like, yo Luna, do you want to watch porn? Like in front of pretty much everybody in the 13 plus section, which is crazy. In my bag too, because I'm a bit vulgar, so like I don't really have like a filter. I say a lot of curse words and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So my fault if you gotta like edit a lot of this shit out.
Oh no, everything is unedited, or not unedited, but uncensored. So, what are your thoughts on VR families? You know, the one where someone might walk up to you when you're trolling and be like, "Hey, that's my dad. Leave him alone."
Okay, so following, I'll be like, is this your IRL dad? They'll probably say no. And then I'll be like, okay, how old are you? I'll find the ages. And if they're under the age, I'm going towards the person that is of age and I'm calling them a fucking weirdo. Like, dude, you're weird. Like, what are you doing, bro? This is like, and then they'll always hit you with the, oh, well, you know, like, no one's really there for them, and like, all this and that. And I'm like, well, dude, like, at the end of the day, bro, that's not your fucking kid and not your responsibility. Like, I get trying to be like a kind person and helping someone, but when it comes to VRChat and VRChat players in particular, like, I find it very hard to give those people the benefit of the doubt, because like it seems like majority of the time it's inherently pedophilic, and I don't fuck with that shit at all. So like if I see that shit, pretty much I'm jumping down your throat essentially, and I'm bullying you. Like that's when I'll start bullying you for real, and I'll really get toxic, because you deserve it. You're weird.
So, how do you feel about players who have their mics muted? It may seem at first as like it's, you know, it's a strange thing to have feelings about them, but I know some trollers who think, yeah, those people are weirdos because they're always acting like what they're, you know, they're not acting like they're supposed to, and they're putting themselves onto other people and kind of using it as a way to be like, oh, I'm mute because of some sort of disorder or something.
Yeah, I mean, people lie about that shit all the time. So like if I see like a mute and I'm in like a troll mode, I'm just gonna be like, okay, I'm just gonna assume that you're like a 40-year-old man right now in like a fucking big titty avatar, and you're kind of a weirdo, bro. Like I get, like, I have no problem with anybody being shy. That's fine. It just, I feel like it defeats the purpose of VR chat. Like, it's literally in the name. Like, you're supposed to chat with people. So I don't know. It's weird. Like, people will have full body tracking but be mute. It's like, why are you going so deep into this then, bro?
There's been controversy over certain behaviors in VR chat. Where do you like personally draw the line when it comes to acceptable behavior in the game? And this is just like a broad thing, like a general, you know, racism, sexism, whatever. What do you think is like, wow, this should not be allowed in VR chat at all, period?
I feel like that's what I'm saying. Certain things are more acceptable, I feel, than others. Acceptable with like massive like, I don't know, like we know it's wrong, but at the end of the day it's the internet. So like people are gonna move 100% different than they would in IRL. So like racism, I don't give a fuck if that shit's IRL or the internet. If you're a white person saying the N-word, you're fucking creepy. Not creepy, but you're a fucking idiot. Sexism, it's like, I feel like it all depends on how you kind of do it. Like if you could make shit like that funny, you know what I'm saying? Like you can be edgy, but if it's funny and it's like, I feel like it's a little more acceptable. Like if you're arguing with someone, like say like a female for instance, and she tells me, "Oh, you got a small dick," then I'm just gonna like immediately clap back and tell her like, I don't know, shut the fuck up, get in the kitchen or some shit. Like that's like, I feel like a lesser evil. I don't necessarily promote shit like that IRL, because at the end of the day, like, it's trolling. So like certain shit, like I don't know. Even when I say like dumb shit, like I don't know, like I don't necessarily believe 100% of the things that I'm saying, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like certain shit is just crazy. Some of it's just to like get a rise out of people and get like a reaction. I guess homophobic shit, it's like no, like I don't really go out calling people like the F slur and shit like that. I'm a 2000s baby, so like I might occasionally throw like a, oh damn, that's gay, but like it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not like the, like I don't know. It's weird trying to explain that shit. Like, but I would never like jump over the line and like call someone the F slur or something like that. That's a little crazy.
All right. So where do you see your content going in the future? Do you have any like new ideas or projects you might be working on?
Yeah, so like I said earlier, I'm pretty much getting into more like pedo catching, because I kind of want to try to help clean this game up the best that I can and shed a light on like some particularly weird people. What was the question again? Like, let me hear that one more time.
Let's see. How? Oh yeah. What is your future? Any future ideas? Any future projects in the works?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, more like pedo catching, but at the same time, like I know people like more of the trolling shit, but also like the pedo catching shit. But like on a trolling front, I just did like a video pretty much with these two girls, and we acted like a poly couple, and like I would call one of them my number one and my number two, and we'd pretty much go around VR bars and just get random people kicked for dumb shit. So like, not necessarily dumb shit. They would more or less like come up to one of the girls that I would like claim was my girlfriend, I guess. And they, you know how guys are on the internet, especially some of the creepier ones. So like they'll be like, "Oh my god, baby, wow, you're so crazy. Like, what does that thing do? Like in the words of Jermaine Cole, like, is it grippy? Like like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. Like people like that, you're getting kicked. Like I'm gonna go run, tell the staff pretty much, and because it's a female, they usually believe them. So these people just end up getting kicked, right or wrong. And from what my video was, majority of those people were in the wrong. Like I never came up to any of them. They always came up to us and was like the aggressor, I guess, in the situation. So I'm trying to be more less outwardly confrontational, like off the jump, and kind of let people take that wheel for themselves, and more or less just kind of play like, I don't know, the long game, not really trying to like do too much, but see where it goes in more of like a passive way. Yeah, I don't know, more like documentary type content. So that's pretty much it. Just pedo catching, trolling, and trying to make some documentaries.
So how do you feel about YouTubers entering the VRChat trolling space? For example, there's a bunch of GTA RP trolling YouTubers, or Red Dead Redemption 2 RP trolling YouTubers, or maybe other VRChat, like, what's the Facebook thing called?
Like what, like the gaming thing?
Yeah, with the there's like a gambling thing with Facebook.
Oh, it's like Poker Stars or something
Poker
like that,
Stars.
where all the old heads are. Yeah.
Stuff like that. All of these YouTubers coming in, and they see how well the VRChat trolling stuff is doing, and they start making videos on that. How do you feel about that?
I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really feel like I have too strong of opinion. Anybody can make any kind of video they want. So like, I don't hold no oh well I was here first type of mentality.
Yeah, this is my turf.
Right, on some it's my turf shit. Like, no, I don't know. As long as you're not being like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really care.
So how has being a content creator for VRChat trolling, how's that changed maybe your personal life, or has it affected your views on how you view relationships or online communities? Any of that?
Um, yeah, definitely. Cause like I've been a viewer of like YouTube content in general for like majority of my life, pretty much since like I was like fucking 10, maybe even like 8 or 9. And like I don't know, it's a lot of work. There's a lot of like background shit that goes into it. There's a lot of skills that you have to hone on like a lot of fronts. But I don't know. I'm a pretty trying to think of the word. I don't know. I'm a pretty like, if I want to do it, I'm gonna do it. And if I don't want to do it, I'm not gonna do it. But with this YouTube shit, I've wanted to do it for so fucking long that like I'm gassed, honestly. Every time that like I see a video go out and people are like, "Oh my god, wow, damn, this is funny," like, or "Oh my god, wow, this is crazy," like I can't believe this or this happened. My fault. I'm like burping. I just ate, so like I'm fucking I'm over here chucking up.
I get it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like a lot of the shit definitely does bring a smile to my face. Like I can see that like I can brighten someone's day essentially with just me running around being a fucking dumbass. And like, I don't know. I've had people come up to me in my fucking my search for content pretty much and be like, "Oh damn, that was so funny, bro, blah blah blah." Or like I'll have people recognize me now and I'm only at 1,900 subscribers right now. I'm about to hit 2K. And I'm like, damn, I don't even feel like I'm that big yet to even be recognized by people. But when I do, like, I don't know. It's a really nice feeling. But I don't know.
That was actually my next question. If you got recognized, so I'll change it a little bit. Do you ever get misrecognized, or is anyone like, "Oh, is that proximity chat," or anything like that?
No, I've had people think someone else was me, like with Glass pretty much. There was this one chick that thought he was me. Like, I don't know, that was really funny. And usually like when I'm trolling people and I'll like if they're going like crazy or they're being like racist, I'll be like, "Oh yeah? You know what my channel is?" And I'll like, I don't know, I'll tell them I'm like fucking Ergblaw or something. But I sound nothing like Ergblaw, so I find that mad funny. I don't really do that shit too much anymore, but I used to do it, and it was pretty funny.
So, what advice would you give to someone who wants to start creating content in VRChat, particularly in the trolling niche of it?
Just make a video. That's it. Just start pumping them videos out and start pretty much seeing what your peers are doing and how you could maybe take some of them aspects and improve yourself with it. And pretty much just like make the video. The hardest thing you can do is make the video and then make the next one and the next one and the next one. Cause like with this shit, like anything else, if you really want to do it, consistency is key. So as long as you're consistent and you don't let none of that shit shake you and you always keep motivation for it, and that's like not an easy thing to do. This is like a very easier said than done kind of thing. You'll be good. And always just make sure that you enjoy it. Don't just put something out there just for the sake of putting it out there if you don't enjoy it. Because like everything that I do, I've found some enjoyment of it. Whether it was someone being like particularly nasty to me and I'm like, "Oh yeah, this guy's about to be cooked." Like, he really thinks he's, like, cool for doing all this weird shit. Like, all right, buddy, watch this. Or, like, exposing, like, a creep pretty much. It's like, okay, this person thinks they're going to get away with it. Like, okay, watch this. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that I have some enjoyment in, obviously. Like, I wouldn't be out here trying to do it if I didn't enjoy, like, exposing the freaks, creeps, and weirdos of this game. Because there's so many.
So, here's one of the last questions. What's one thing you wish people knew about all of this? Well, like what's something like people seem to always misunderstand from the outside?
Even if it's like a basic video, how much work it actually has like been put on. Like the amount of work that people put in, not even just me in general, but just like majority of the content creators, like there's a lot of work that goes into this. Like there's a lot of like days where you're not getting no good footage and you can't really do anything about it because it's not like, a lot of it's just by chance, and you know, like it's a grind.
So thank you for taking the time to chat with me today. It was a bit longer than I expected it to be, but that's okay. Is there anything else you'd like to share with the audience before we all leave?
I might maybe be a little bit toxic every now and then, not particularly to like people outside the game, but mostly inside the game. But I don't feel like that necessarily just like defines me as a person. So for anybody that's hearing this, that's having a tough time or feel like you can't do something, nah, fuck that shit. Go do it. Just go do it. That's it. Whatever it is, go do it. Hey, buddy.
What's up?
Would you happen to be acoustic?